Now, the before, after. What you doing, baby? Look like Mad Max. This guy works for the biggest drug dealers in the world. You still work for CVS?
Nah, I don't move the right age. No.
Oh, yeah? Oh, damn. You lower down then.
Well, they gave me more money. Less people to deal with. You know how that shit goes.
And that's his manager right there. Mr. Brand.
Yeah.
But effectually, she said gender was a fact. And then the trans community got mad as shit. They started calling her a TERF. I didn't even know what the that was. But I know that trans people make up words to win arguments.
With him explaining that TERF stands for trans, exclusionary, radical, feminist, and adding,
I'm Team TERF. I agree. I agree, man. Gender is a fact.
The LGBT community trying to cancel Dave Chappelle. What do you think about that? You think he should be canceled for what he said, for making jokes?
A lot more of them coming around.
As a comedian, for doing a job as a comedian?
Come around, he probably ain't gonna be that funny, you know what I'm saying, out loud.
An eternity later.
Somebody could be on the inside doing something.
I don't know what the hell you talking about, bro. So, Dave Chappelle, one of the funniest comedians in the world, is being faced backlash because of his recent, and I think the last stand-up comedy event that he ever did on Netflix. That entire point of that event is that the LGBT get more attention and more respect than the black communities. They missed that entire point. And I honestly think it's all propaganda. I think they focusing on this LGBT backlash because they're still trying to miss that point, that black people are being mistreated in this country. And they're still trying to just disregard and neglect that fact. And, you know, it is what it is. I don't think nothing's going to happen to him. If it does, he got way more supporters and more people supporting him than there are people who are outraged because of his freaking jokes, which is his job to do.
We always gonna get mistreated in this country and everywhere.
It's all conspiracy, man.
Hey, what can I say? Why they on our neck for?
Exactly.
We gotta ask that.
Exactly.
Why people are always on our neck?
Exactly.
It's all fucking conspiracy.
So if Dave Chappelle is actually canceled, if they take down his events on Netflix, it shows you how messed up this world actually is, how messed up this country actually is. That the fact that they want to like push this narrative on the, you know, or force people to take this narrative that, you know, transgender people are like a no-no. You can't make fun of them because, like, are they human beings or are they like special need people? Like, I get it for a special need person. Honestly, when it comes to Dave Chappelle, this situation with Dave Chappelle, I mean, you know, what transgender people want, what the LGBT want from him, you know what I'm saying? He's a comedian. Like, it's not that serious, you know what I'm talking about? And if he's normalizing you instead of demonizing you, what's your problem? And honestly, if the LGBT thinks that somehow Dave Chappelle stand-up is going to affect or influence people who think a certain array of transgender people to think something else or something. Like, I mean, people accept transgenders, whatever they believe, and there are people who are going to still believe that they are not normal in that sense. Like, you're forcing a person to say, you're trying to force people to believe that you're... Like we were saying,
the world, like, they support, like, the people who rule this world support
that idea of LGBT being normal. But there's nothing
works.
normal about it. I mean, you're trying to basically force people like us, like normal people who doesn't agree with that view,
to make it okay
to call you something that other than what you actually are. Basically, I mean, me personally, when it comes to a man want to be called a woman, that's fine. Well, or a woman want to be called a man, that's absolutely fine. Like pronouns, like, you know, called he or she. But when it comes to the point that you want me to accept that it's normal, that that's what you are, when in fact your biology says different, that you're born a man, that's what you actually are, that is where I draw the line. Because now you're educating our children to think that way, that it's okay to be feeling that you're a man or a woman That's delusions. You're spreading delusions, saying that it's okay to be delusional. It's not okay to be delusional. If you are delusional, you should be taken to the hospital and checked out.